Leeds.
Now then, folks. Wow, that's some story that's broke today, innit? That is some story, or is it even a story? Let's get into it. Opinions to go. The Daniel Farker news today. Could he lose his job? Anyone could lose a job. Anything could happen in this world. Would it surprise me? It would not surprise me. Should it happen? I would say no. For me, it shouldn't happen. Meritocracy. I can't believe I got that out first time of asking. Meritocracy should be, an important part of an attribute for anyone, I think, at the top of an organisation. As a manager, I think if you set goals and somebody achieves them, you should get given more goals to go and achieve them too, which in this instance would be achieve promotion. He's done it in a 2-year period, which is what we got told was sort of what we were given originally. He's done that. Now he's set goals now, secure Premier League status, and then after that we'll reassess. Maybe beyond that they'll need someone else to kick on. But right now I think he deserves a crack. Do I think Daniel Farker's got? Is he limited in his management style? His tactics? I think so, in my opinion. Has it been good enough for the Championship? Yes, it has. I've had 2 brilliant seasons as a fan, going to home games. I start my weeks off very happy because we tend to win. We've lost 4 games at home in 2 seasons. It's been great. It's been a great 2 seasons. Finishing 3rd, then we win most games last year, and then finishing hopefully top this year. Hopefully we crown as champions to seal off a really good season. Obviously, it's not perfection. I love my wife. She's perfect in every way. That's what she'll tell you. But no, genuinely, no one's perfect. There's always, everyone's got faults. He's got faults, but it's good enough at this level. He hasn't proven to be a success in the Premier League. There's context to that. Norwich, what are their ambitions? 9 million, 5 million, whatever they spent when he were there. It wasn't a drop in the ocean really compared to what I think he'll get at Leeds United. But we do know his ruthlessness in football, at the top end of football. It's Leeds have to go up, have to be secure. They've gone up. Can he secure Premier League status beyond a season or 2? I aren't too sure. It depends who's available. Is there truth in this story that's come out today that the 49ers are looking into potentially replacing Farker? Daily Mail, yeah, it's a tabloid. Could it be a load of shit? Of course it could be. Could it have truth in it? I think there's an element of truth in it. I do. Whether it's fabricated, whether they've got intel inside the club. The Daily Sport, Daily Mail, Daily Sport. Oof, that was a paper. The Daily Mail. They've got a lot right since the 49ers took over. Some will say that is the main source we use now, rather than local journalists. Daily Mail get a lot of information out of Ellen Road for me, so there could be truth in it. I don't think this is the time to talk about it. We've still got a title to go win. Some will say they aren't bothered. 2 games to go. We've secured promotion now. Let's go with the title. So I am bothered. Let's go with title. I don't think it's good having things like it's derail where we could end up in the next 2 games. But if there's someone better, and the 49ers aren't 1,000,000% sure that Farker's the man to stay up next season, would it be a good move to bring someone in early, give them the pre-season, give them the money, let them buy their players, give them that time to implement their own style and mould the team how they want? It'd be great timing. It just would leave a sour taste in the mouth of the majority. I've seen polls on other channels. It probably is an 80-20 split in terms of people who want Farker sacked now and people who want to give him a chance. And sentiment, a lot of time, people say there's no sentiment in football. I understand that. But I think in life you've got to be given the opportunity. If I'm honest, do I think Farker will still be at Leeds United come game 38 next season? I aren't too sure. I aren't too sure. 50-50. Could he keep us up? Yes, he could. I think Farker's good enough to keep us up. I think his pragmatic approach at times will help. I just aren't too sure if, it's going to be a struggle regardless. You get promoted the gulf in quality to where we've been. These last 2 seasons is massive. We know what it's like with Premier League not so long ago. Is Farker the man? I don't know. He deserves a go, but it ain't my money. I say this a lot. It ain't my money. It's not my neck on the line. I'll be there. Whether we're in Premier League or League One, I'll be there. So I think there's an element of truth in it. I think they'll have people in mind. They'll like the look of certain people. I mean, if Jose Mourinho was available and wanted the job, I know that's just a name that's been put out there, which there might be no truth in that. But if Mourinho wanted the job, I think, in my opinion, and there might be people disagree, that's fine, but in my opinion, Mourinho would have a better chance of keeping Leeds in the Premier League than what Daniel Farke would, in my opinion. But do I want Farke sacked? I do not want Farke sacked. I think give him a go, and we'll see how he goes. Give him the money, let him have a chance of proving himself, and then we'll see where we are. That's my opinion on it anyway. Let's get the opinion of Sean from Wilco Whites.
Hi guys, Sean at Wilco Whites. Opinions to go, but I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm sat on my sofa. So this article that's come out regarding the sacking of Daniel Farke, that there's been conversations. I think these conversations have probably been had throughout the season. It's not just coming out. Surely there must have been questions asked or conversations had about Daniel Farke in the Premier League. If you look at his stats, 49 games, 49 competitive games in the Premier League with Norwich, only managed 26 points out of 49 games. When you look at it like that, you can understand why there's concerns from some fans and from the board. They brought Daniel Farke in to get Leeds out of the Championship and get us into Premier League. He's done that. Morally, you can't be sacking a manager who gets you promoted. We could even finish up on 100 points. I don't think any team or any club's ever done it. I don't think they've not in the English divisions. Yes, there's been fallouts and managers have resigned, but I don't think there's been anybody actually sacked. And to sack him, points total, best ever points total for Leeds United. The goals we've scored, it would be wrong. I couldn't do it. But as a business, and the 49ers are looking at the fact that there's going to be a lot of money spent next season. There's going to be the stadium build. You've got to have these conversations and you've got to look at his past record. It's not my money, but they've got a lot of money invested. And it's imperative, again, we stay in the Premier League next season. If they feel Daniel Farke's not the right man, that's down to them. They're only trying to do what's best for the club. Sentiment's got to go out of the window. I understand it in that sense. I'm not a Daniel Farke fan. I'm a Leeds United fan. Again, I couldn't do it. I think he deserves to have at least a go. But that all depends on who we sign. Is it going to be players that the 49ers want or feel that can do a job for us? Is it going to be these players fitting the system? Is it players that Daniel Farke wants? There's going to have to be a conversation between both parties. And if it doesn't align, then there might be a parting of ways. Been mentioned to Jose Mourinho. I like him. But then you think, does his tactics suit the players we've got? Possibly not. Do we need that type of manager who will probably keep us up next season? Is he a has-been? He's old school. Does his tactics not work anymore? I don't know. But you can understand the concerns the 49ers have when you look at the previous stats of Daniel Farke in the Premier League. And I know he didn't have the money and he didn't have the backing. But you think he'd have done a bit better than 26 points out of 49 games. I don't think he's going to get. I don't think they'll let him go. I'd be very surprised. I think we'll see Daniel Farke in the Premier League with Leeds United next season, and the players that's been linked previously as well. These are players that I thought they were looking at for the Premier League. The El Vadis, who've previously worked with Daniel Farke. So, in that sense, for me, I think he'll be here, Daniel Farke, next season in the Premier League. That's my thoughts on it. See you later.
Thanks so much for that, Sean. Much appreciated. And you also get another dose as well, because I asked a few people today because I wanted a few different various opinions. So also, thanks so much for doing it, buddy. Here is the one and only Joe Blackburn. Legend. Thanks, buddy.
On the Daniel Farke thing. I don't like it. I'll tell you that much for free. I think if a manager gets you up, then they have sort of earned the right to be able to do the next step. But if that isn't what the club is thinking, then that's fine. We seem to be in a weird position where a lot of sources are saying it is happening, and a lot of sources are saying that it isn't and might not be. I'm leaning towards it probably is. I would like it to not. Yeah, I think he's earned a go. Like, you don't get to be a historically good manager, get the most points in the club's history, score nearly the most goals, get the highest goal difference, and then get binned. That feels wrong to me, and it feels a bit corporate. And that's not what I want the club to be. It doesn't feel very Leeds United to reward someone with burning their job.
Thanks for that, mate. Much appreciated. So you got 3 for price of 1 today. Happy days. But no, yeah, that's the opinion on that. See how it happens. We'll see what comes of it. Let's just go with fucking title though first. 2 more games left, Leeds. Go with title, and then we can talk about all this stuff end of season. Just don't feel the right timing for me. But yeah, we all love Leeds. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Sean from Wilco Wise and the one and only Joe Blackburn. Much appreciated for jumping on my opinions to go today. Still buzzing after Monday. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Go check out Joe Blackburn and Wilco White's channel. Please subscribe to mine. Like, subscribe to theirs. Thank you so much. Take care.